Oh, let's go ahead and talk about this Tesla truck
Oh yeah.
that just came out. This Tesla truck, this thing that it has not had ever since it was premiered, it has not had a good time.
You try to break this glass, please.
You know what? Speaking of delivery, if you order $50 or more from dtmerch.com, you'll get that delivery free.
And free for sure.
And
You don't
free
have to tip.
And you don't have to tip anything at all. You
Look
don't have
how
to worry.
clear we are.
Yeah, very straightforward. You don't have to worry about like cheating anybody on their money, and you still get this goodness here, like that classic black tee with the white logo.
The pink shirt now for girls.
Excuse me.
You call it salmon,
Salmon belly.
but
Yeah, salmon belly. Yeah, people. A lot of good stuff.
I
in
like
here.
the slippers. What are they called?
They're called slides.
Slides. I like
Yes.
them.
People have been talking about everything from the design of it to the durability of it. And look, I don't want to dogpile on this poor vehicle right here, but I have to agree with what people are talking about. This right here, that truck. I don't even know how that's a truck. But this truck right here, this truck looks like what people in the 80s thought the future would look like until the
Yeah.
future actually got here, and everybody went like, well, that was kind of stupid. You know? It was art, it wasn't in real life. We didn't get to see it. It didn't look great. And I tell you the reason why we thought that cars and vehicles in the 80s looked cool is because they flew. Everybody thought the flying car was gonna be here. It could look stupid as but hey, as long as it flew, that was cool. Everybody thought that, this is the future that we didn't really want, except for Elon Musk. Elon Musk said, we're going retro with this shit right here.
It's triangle.
Yeah, so people have been making fun of this. People have been saying this was like N64 graphics. It looked the kind of car you'd buy in that James Bond N64 game. I'm with everybody else. Unless that shit can fly, I don't need to be in it. That looks like, what? That don't even look like a car to me. That looks like something you warm food up in.
Yeah, the microwave.
Yeah, it looks like a micro. It looks like a microphone. It looks like an electric shaver. It looks like anything but
Looks
a
like
car.
iron. Looks like an iron.
Looks like an iron. I didn't hear what you said. Iron. I'm like, who's that?
Iron.
I thought you said it looks like Byron. I was like, who's Byron? And if Byron looks like that, that's what's up. We're going to talk about the failure of this launch for the Tesla truck, along with some of my other favorite demo fails out there. But we'll start with this. Because, to be fair, some people say, stop being so shallow. Okay, so enough of these come out, they get popular enough, you're not going to be thinking about it. And besides, it's not always about the look of it. Let's think about some of those strong materials, the durability of the Tesla truck. The great materials that they use to make this vehicle that will keep you safe, such as the glass.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the armor glass.
Oh my fucking God. Well, maybe that was a little too hard.
He's too strong for this.
Okay, let's just say, like, all right, look, there was a mistake on the assembly line somewhere. Somebody put in the wrong glass. Surely that other piece of glass on the back seat, now that's gonna work. Elon Musk, he wouldn't allow that to happen twice now, would he?
Try that one, really? Okay. Sure.
And did you realize he threw it lightly too? It was like, please don't crack it.
Yeah.
It was like, eh.
Yeah, and that's Franz. Franz that actually did that. I'm looking at this and I guess, I don't know, maybe as long as Franz isn't throwing shit at your car, it's okay. Maybe Franz is this truck's weakness right here. I like the way when you saw him when he threw that, Franz was so proud of it too. Like he just laughed. Look at this.
Sure? Yeah.
He's so sure.
Oh my fucking god.
Franz was like,
Well-
damn, I'm strong. I just fucked up your car.
I just f***ed up everything.
I heard the New York Yankees just called Franz. They're looking for a pitcher right now.
Right?
You know, what makes this so embarrassing and funny, besides it being Elon Musk, who we were so sure would not allow something like this to happen. Elon Musk would not come out and present something like this. I mean, you might find out that it has faults later down the line, but not in a crowd of people where this thing is making its huge debut.
Some people were even talking about they did it for marketing. I mean,
What kind of marketing is that when your shit, when you prove to people your shit doesn't work?
They say that those people who say that is that like if they would just launch the truck and everything went well and like only few people would talk about it, but like with doing this, everybody's all over the world talking about it. But I don't think so. I mean, I don't think you would do something like that for marketing, like damaging your own image. But some people said it's marketing because they say, look at Franz's face, like he doesn't look surprised and he keeps smiling and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
Franz is proud. Franz just tore up an indestructible truck. You know, Franz is like happy. They trying to put this up there with Jeffrey Epstein wasn't murdered. Didn't commit suicide.
Right.
You know, no. It's, oh, no. I mean, because what makes this so embarrassing is like, I doubt they would have done this kind of fanfare and theatrics that they did before. Because that's what makes
like
it so embarrassing.
all over the world, everybody talked about it.
Well, like this right here, like before they did it, like, you know what? I believe if they didn't go through all the theatrics at first, had they just come out and just hit that first window, they could have just easily lied. They could have just said, and that is not our glass. Our glass is going to be much better than this. You know, they didn't have to, they wouldn't have had to say anything.
I'm just thinking if it was marketing, the second window wouldn't get cracked.
Yeah.
It would be like the shock effect and it broken. And then the second one was like, you see, like normal, they just made a mistake or something like that.
No. Shit, you know, if for that second glass, it would have hit the window and bounced back and hit Franz in the head.
It's like, Franz is dead, but
no.
truck is good.
Well, what they did was they had to come out and do all these theatrics leading up to this indestructible glass. You know, they had a dude ride out like he was Mad Max going into the Thunderdome and shit. They had steampunk goths out here, you know, showing how indestructible this glass was. You know, climbing up on things like Cirque du Soleil and shit. You know, it's a, and you know, when you look at it, at least one thing works when it comes out. I mean, they were able to actually, you know, the whole thing wasn't a complete failure. You know, the glass that didn't work, but the windows didn't work. But the rest of the car apparently did. You know, the doors seemed to be indestructible. Hey, it's not a total piece of shit. You know.
That was before the window, though.
Yeah. Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess so. Nice work, detective. That was something where I am sure they'll go back and get this fixed, and they'll take advice from people. I'm sure Elon Musk is going to go back and feed a few of his employees to piranhas or something, and you know he'll get his staff straight. Somebody's going to die over this because he's going to have them beheaded or something. But this will come back. This will work. You know, one way or another. I mean, hey, people are talking about it. And whether there's this conspiracy theory behind it or not, you know, that they meant to do this, I do think that the publicity will work in their favor. You know, it didn't work the first time. People might even have more confidence saying, like, all right, there's no way he's going to let this happen again. So it's going to come back better, bigger, stronger. So sure about that. Looking at that right there reminded me of just some other funny demos that happened out there. A lot of them in tech. And I'm going to go through a list of some of these things. Some of them you might have seen before. Some of them you might not have seen. And some of them you have definitely seen before. Some of them are old internet classics.
Okay.
And since we're in 2019 and we're talking about demo fails in 2019, let's talk about one that kind of went under the radar, but it was an epic fail nonetheless. It was downright embarrassing, like most of these failures in front of hundreds of people are. This one was for Microsoft HoloLens. And the Microsoft HoloLens, it's you know what? It's cool when you hear about it. You read it on paper. It's VR lenses are glasses that combine both the tech of virtual reality and augmented reality. Mm-hmm. Cool concept, right?
Yeah, sounds cool.
Yeah, if it works.
Yeah.
And author of A Man on the Moon, Andy Chaikin.
Hi, everybody.
We're going to recreate the mission using
You already know it's going to fail. Hello, everybody.
I think it's already a fail, their outfits and stuff.
The Apollo 11 moon landing happened 50 years ago, and what made it possible was this.
Just like,
Yeah.
okay.
Now, you know, one person always like, "Ooh, shit, this is going to be good."
It seems that doing a live demo is actually harder than landing on the moon. Thank you for your time.
Oh, wow. That's it?
That
how
hurt.
ends it?
That hurt extra hard. God damn, nothing worked there. The tech didn't work. The joke bombed.
Nothing worked.
Nothing worked.
The other guy didn't even know what to say. He's like, indeed.
Yeah.
That's all he could say.
Indeed. Yeah, that thing was a failure on all fronts. You know, when you think somebody's failed that bad, that's when you just go home and just go to bed. You know, I don't know. I don't care if it's
For
like 4 o'clock.
5 days straight.
Yeah, you just lay in the dark and reflect on what you did.
Depression.
Or you go to the nearest bar and get drunk as and maybe rethink your career. You know, maybe I'll go back to school, be a lawyer. You know?
Oh, it's too late for these guys.
Actually, you know what? It's not. Fortunately, what happened with them, they got it straight. They went back, you worked on their comedy, came back in, and they got the demo to work. And it actually was cool. But there are some things that are really, really hard to recover from, man. And it doesn't, when I'm looking at this, and that sometimes the tech can go very wrong, and it's very hard to recover from that when it's done. Such as our friend right here, Asmino. Asmino, you see right here, Asmino is considered to be, damn, Asmino look like he's about to beat somebody's ass. Come here! Don't run from me!
Looks like he's going to take a shit. Like
Squat. Asmino, though, I'm sure one day he will be able to take a shit. Because they say that Asmino is considered to be one of the world's considered to be the most advanced robot in the world. And a lot of that has to do because of Asmino's advanced mobility. Look at Asmino go. Look at him. Look at him. Asmino just stole somebody's purse. Look at that. Asmino's great. Asmino can run. Asmino can jog. Asmino can dance. There's a lot of things that people are amazed that Asmino can do. A lot of people don't know, though, that what we saw right there was after Asmino went to rehab for his drinking problem. Asmino, before Asmino was running, dancing, prancing, jumping up and down all over the place. All the happy shit. Asmino would just get home late from the bar, and he couldn't even make it up a simple flight of steps. You know somebody like, he's drunk again. Jesus Christ, this is the last time. This is like A Star Is Born. You know, Bradley Cooper comes out on stage, like Asmino's pissing on himself right now.
You know why Asmino fell? Because he wasn't looking at the stairs. He was looking at the audience,
at the people.
like this.
Hello, everybody. I'm Asmino.
And when he was falling, he fell on his head, so he couldn't get up.
But what's funny, though, is like, they try to cover this up like this is a real human being that failed at a performance. Like, they don't even want people to see this. People are like, we know he's drunk. No, you don't put that up already. We know what's happening.
Acting like he's bleeding or something like
Yeah.
that. Cover the blood.
My God, somebody call 911. Shit. he's hurt. Sometimes it doesn't have to be the tech that goes wrong. Sometimes it could be the presenter. Now, this is a classic. I'm sure everybody remembers that time. All I have to say is, you remember that time that Michael Bay? And people like, oh shit.
I guess I know that. Yeah.
How have viewers experienced your movies?
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's thank Michael Bay for joining us.
If Michael Bay ain't blowing up something, he don't know what to do.
Yeah,
if Michael Bay was blowing up that TV, he'd be good. If there was dynamite on stage, he'd be comfortable as or if that TV had lingerie on, he'd be all right.
So crazy. I think he memorized what he was gonna say, and that's why he fucked it up so hard. Because when you memorize something in one part you cannot remember, then everything falls apart. It felt like it.
No, I think what happened was the opposite. He did not have anything memorized. So when he had the teleprompter in front of him and it was gone, he could not think on his feet at all. That's what happened. That's what he said the type is off. So he didn't have anything memorized.
But like he has no idea what he's talking about.
Apparently
he
not.
Say nothing.
Apparently
make some shit up.
He had a meltdown on stage. No, he did not know what he wanted to say. No,
Wow.
you
Even
know.
the other guy was helping him a lot. So he was like, "So what do you think? So these curves on this TV, what is it gonna do?"
Michael
and shit.
Bay is not paid and does not do live performances on stage. He's paid to make shitty robot movies. All right, you know he's not paid to come out there and present TVs and stuff like that. And so he doesn't do that. That's not his job. That's not what he does on a regular. You know, he's a guy behind the lens. He's a guy behind the camera. And so he's apparently not very good in front of the camera. This is one thing I will say. I never forgave him for those Negro bots that he put in Transformers. He put some 2 racist ass robots in there. So I kind of think he had it coming on this. But outside of
So
that,
you're kind of happy about.
yeah, I take a little bit of glee in this. I was like, this is some good karma right here. You know, but I normally don't like to take pleasure in seeing people fail on stage. But I'm not gonna lie, shit was funny, and it's just something fascinating to see people who, because I've seen Michael Bay in commercials and whatnot. There's a certain a confidence about him. That's why he's like, I don't like my movies. You know, I don't care. I'm making money. I'm Michael Bay. I'm having sex with a lot of chicks. You know, I don't care.
And then you cannot even make up a couple of sentences over there. F you, man.
And then he can't even do what a 20-year-old Best Buy employee will do. You know, to tell you about a TV. But so I don't continue. I'm like, he's gonna be fine. There's somebody that suffered from this. That'd be one thing. But this man went home and he took a bath in a pile of money and chicks. You know, and he was fine. He was fine. You know, it's okay. Sometimes it's not even a piece of tech that's the problem in a demo presentation. Sometimes it could be as simple as a friendly little cat that loses its mind. This is a classic right here. People, I'm sure y'all remember Pinky the cat.
He's a very loving cat.
Hang on to us, please. Pinky, whoa.
We got a wildcat on our hands. I get it.
I like Pinky. Pinky planning this shit. Pinky said, "You gonna slave auction my ass off."
if this is your pet of the week, I don't know rest of your pets are like, you know.
Oh, somebody gotta catch me.
Okay, now everybody, this is the part that everybody remembers right here. This is the part that people rewound over and over when they watched this back in the day.
Watch it, he's caught up in there. Just disconnected from the deck.
Yeah, I love that. I love Pinky. Pinky, boy. Pinky's a G. Pinky says, set me free and I'll free these nuts, bitch.
Pinky.
And have to say, a lot of people asked what happened after this. A lot of people say Pinky was never seen from again.
You got you in the back?
Excuse my language.
Rumor has it that Pinky's actually on a beach in Mexico and sipping cocktails.
Pinky is living in the forest now. He's hunting and everything. I'm a wild animal.
Oh shit! Pinky was hunted. Shit, Pinky was eaten by some coyote or something later on.
No, don't you see how wild Pinky is?
Oh, yeah, no, I don't think any animal could compete with Pinky, Winky, whatever the name is. People loved this video back in the day. Well, because this is the one where, you know, then people would never describe it. This is one of those rare videos, and this is early internet, too. This is back like in 2000, 1999 or something. And this is one where people, you know, would tell you, hey, man, I'm just going to put this on. I'm not going to tell you shit about it. Just watch. Because of the way it starts out. You know, they talk about how Pinky's a calm and loving animal. Pinky's like, bullshit. I'm crazy on my
County Animal Shelter. He's a very loving cat.
Hang on to his leash. Pinky, whoa.
Man, Pinky's like a boxer. Come on, bitch.
Well, we got a wildcat on our hands. Pinky, settle down, bud.
The cat's out over to get him.
Yeah, because I'm not going to grab him.
I see, that was a mistake. Why are you going to take a cat that's losing his shit right now with claws and straddle him between your legs like that? This is one of the most miscalculated things I've ever seen.
Disconnected from the deck.
And he paid the price.
I love the guy scream, like he just like he's screaming his ass off.
Yeah.
The Pinky bit him hard.
Yeah, let a cat claw your dick. You be screaming too. I like the way you're puzzled, like, wow, why is he screaming?
I didn't say why.
Shit, Pinky made sure this man ain't gonna have no kids. Pinky's like, I ruined your heritage, bitch. You have
like,
nothing after this.
You took away my balls and I took away yours.
You will never have grandkids. And there you go. I'm sure that you guys know some demo failures out there, whether they be tech or animal host or anything in between. Send us those clips if you have them. Send them our way. I'd like to see them. And you can do those or do that in any kind of comment section that we have, whatever platform that we have.